This is Syam Bhartial, a faculty member from Nalanda University, and it is my honor to introduce Mr. J.M.Garg, a passionate naturalist and founder of the eFlora of India, a citizen science initiative dedicated to documenting the Indian plants. Mr. Garg is a principal chief material manager at Central Railway, Mumbai. Although not a botanist by training, his deep love and nature has inspired him to create an invaluable platform that unites botanists, researchers, and plant enthusiasts. eFlora of India has grown into the thriving knowledge repository featuring thousands of the plant species with expert verified data and photographs. This extraordinary achievements highlights the informative power or transformative power of the citizen science in bridging the gaps between the academia and the general public. With this, I hand over the floor to Mr. Garg. Go ahead for your presentations. So, please.
Thank you, Shyam. Now I will share my presentation with you. Regarding eFlora of India, our presentation is on basically a unique way of collecting and presenting citizen science data plants. Citizen science plant data, quality, and synergy between amateurs and experts. Brief summary, I think, is what we are basically collecting and presenting as citizen science data. A brief introduction is given. Unique features which we have is I will be telling about you. And data quality is very important. How we are ensuring that data quality is very good. That aspect I will also tell. And how are the relations between the amateurs and experts, and how the amateurs are made part of our organization, and how they are developed, and over a period of time they themselves are become a lot of them becomes experts. So this you see, this is brief about eFlora of India. It is one of the biggest non-commercial sites, one of its kind in the world, and also without advertisements, because we want to give the pure experience to our readers. We do not plan to make any money of any sorts or disturb our site with advertisements. It is based on the collection of photographic images, and we have around 4 lakh images. Or no money or professional organization is in. Till date, we have been 16.5 years we have been here. We have not taken a single penny from anyone. Every member is contributing on their own with their best of cameras, best of equipments, best of time, and going to remote corners of India and photographing very, very rare species, and they are putting up, and we are coordinating with all the experts all over the world, trying to get the identification, and then putting everything on the group, on the website. We have Google group. We started 16.5 years back. Whatever discussion is there, regular discussions are there. After the discussions are over and ID is finalized, we put those observations on the site. So all discussion is available. And it is the largest database as far images are concerned on Indian flora. We have 14,000 species, out of I think 20,000 species, wild species we have in India, and we have more than 4 lakh images, and that too from some of the best flora photographers, because these are the persons who go in the field. They have the best of lenses, they have the best of photography skills for planting species. So that is all there. Around 3 lakh images we have posted as thumbnails, and there are a lot of images which are on the links, which can be found on the links. So mainly it is on the NGO farms, which are we have family wise we have arranged, and whatever data comes on fungi, biophytes, and allergy, that is also there. But that the stage of documentation is very, very, because that is in the nascent stage. Those things are in the nascent stages of identification and all those aspects. So that is, we are a bit far behind in that, and we are working on that. I'm going to the next slide. To tell you again, we have more than 14,000 species for like images. And the best, the most important feature which you will find in eFlora of India is the comparative images. On a genus page, we have all the species and all the images. So it becomes very, very easy for a layman, even to the experts, to on the same page to see all the thumbnails, to click on those thumbnails and to see different species. And same is with the family pages. On the family pages also, we have put up all the species images wherever possible, and depending on, so that we don't have more than 100 species on a page. For large families, we have not kept all the species on a family pages, but generally most of the species families have less than 100 species. So you will go on a family page, you will find all those comparative images. Or whatever efforts is there, it is the sole efforts of the Google group members, and we have diverse members from all over India and the world. Mostly from India, maybe around 90% people are from the India only. And no commercial or non-commercial organization is involved. We are informal organization. We work as a group, Google group. We have a moderators group, and we put everything on the Google site, and which is can be seen by anyone all over the world. And the most important thing is the site is mostly working 24/7, almost 12 months of the. I have seen many sites which are not working at some point or the other, but we make sure that it is working most of the time, at least 90 more than 95% of the days. And our philosophy is to help others without any returns. If somebody asks for the help, we go all out to help them. It is not that we expect for some returns from that. It is not like that. And experts ask for a lot of data, a lot of images and other things. Laymen are equally want a lot of things, and we always them. We don't think who is there and what he will do, because it is none of our business to think of any motivation, attaching any motivation to anybody. Anybody who is there, they are most welcome, and we are always helpful to them. It is one of the biggest citizen science efforts, very relevant to the countries like India, where you hardly find any data as far as plants are concerned. That is why 16 and a half years back, I got motivated and started in this direction, because I thought there is hardly any books. The books are there, it contains only 200-300 trees or plants, and not more than that. And 20,000 species is really. So I thought there was a vacuum. Then I thought, let me do something, and then people started joining me, and now it is a very big organization with more than 30,000 members, 3,000 members currently. A lot of people come and go. And a lot of people who has worked hard for eFlora of India, they are still there. Let me show. This is our species page. You see the botanical name first, then you see the distribution. We have used different colors. You see there's a dark pinkish color over here for the distribution, and you see the pink color which is there. It is for the basically place, and when it is flowering, or when it is this has been flowering period or fruiting period. And at the bottom we have these references. If somebody wants to see more information, so they can go for these other sites where the more information is available. Say eFlora of China, or maybe eFlora of Nepal, or maybe Indian Flora Online, maybe Indian Biodiversity Portal, maybe POVO, maybe Catalog of Life. So all those things. So whole page our aim is to put you present you a unique data which is not available anywhere. That is the images, photographic images. And other data we try to take from sources which allow us to take that data and give with due credit to them. And here you see this, what I have discussed is the comparative images. So this is the Poaceae genus, Origia. And here you see the three species, Origia correcta, tata, and Origia mariana, and Origia minuta, and there are many others below down. This I have made a screenshot, and here you find the distribution also. So it is very difficult. If anybody knows that this is the genus, then he can go to the genus page and find out what are the species are there and what are the distribution. As per distribution also, you can check detailed images, and at a glance sometimes it is these poesy species are really difficult to identify. If there are other genuses, then it really becomes very clear at a glance that this is my species. And I tell you, in impedance, we have around, I think, around 100 species on a single page. And it is very easy for even for a layman to find out his species. He has to just see the images and try to go one by one, and it really becomes very easy to pinpoint at least 2 3 species, and then go click on the link. As you, there is a link also in the green, you can click on that and you see the whole discussion, whole whole details of that page, species page. So this is our unique model, and I have not found this feature in any of the sites except for very few originating in the US. So this is very good, both for the experts and as for the layman, and it requires a lot of effort. There are few images only here, but if you click on the link of the species pages, you see all the observations, you see all the images at different point of time. So that is our USP, that we show everything everywhere, every different, because the plant maybe look different at different points of time. So if one goes inside, then he is able to see all sorts of observations at different point of time. You see this is the species page, and here you see the botanical names. Then you see how it is pronounced, and then you see the common name. And our site is working to provide common names on in all the languages wherever possible, where this plant is found. We provide the common language names, not only in Hindi and English, but also in their original script. So this is done by one of the great members and a great naturalist, Mr. Dinesh Walke, who is part of eFlora of India, and one of the pillars, one of the moderators, one of the experts. So this is also unique to us, that we provide the common names in different languages and in their own scripts also, along with the pronunciation. And here we have used a scheme where, because sometimes there is a lot of data on a single page, sometimes we have hundreds of observations. So how to easily find out the data on such a page? So what we have done, we have, for the species description, wherever the details of the species are there, we have given the red, we have highlighted it in red. Where some other species discussed on the same page, we give it a blue color. If some use and harms are there, we put with this dark pink color distribution. So these are the colors which we are using, and this we are highlighting on the on at the bottom of the page. Anybody can find out what color they are used and for what observations. So this becomes very handy when there is a lot of data, and suppose you want to see when it flowers. Quickly go on the pink color, and then immediately you will find all the observations when it is flowering. The page may be longer, but finding a particular data, if you want to see the descriptions, what are the key features, so go look for the red color, and it becomes really easy. And a lot of other data navigation you can see. And it's a unique model. How it has arisen? This has arisen based on our requirements. We have not seen what is happening outside. We have seen inside us what we require it, and we have planned accordingly. Like we felt the need of comparative images for verification of the data and for the help of the layman and of the experts. That is why we planned in this. We made this comparative images on the Google page, on the genus page also, as well as on the family page. Sometimes we are able to pinpoint species to the family page. We don't know the genus, so we go to that family page, and you see all the species which are available on the family page along with the thumbnails. So it becomes really easy to identify and to verify the data also very quickly. We have applied color scheme, which I have told you. For different types of observations, we give different colors so that those aspects can be quickly checked on the page. Photographic keys are provided. As I have told you, these are the photographic keys. comparative images, you see the comparative photographic images, and this we call it photographic images, because till now we have been working on taxonomical keys, which for a layman becomes really complicated. He is not able to see what it means, what does it mean. So for them, finding a photographic key is the easy way to identification. Maybe wherever there are doubts, then they can go to the photographic keys and details. They can go to the taxonomic keys and see the real details. And moving forward, diverse group of members are there, as I have told you. Unique model, not a project. For us, it is not a project, but it's a lifetime of activity. This we have not taken as a project. This we have taken as a lifetime of activity. And I tell you, until a lot of members like me are there, we will continue to work in this direction as far as possible. And till our last breath, we will continue to be associated and continue to share our knowledge, whatever we have accumulated for the benefit of the humanity. Enhancing data quality. Some of the features I tell you. I am showing one of my pages. So there are two very closely related species here. One is, this is a page for Ixora brachiata, and there is another species which is very close to it. This is Ixora pivota. So there is a very sometimes a lot of observations get mixed. Pavetta for them looks brachiata, and brachiata for some looks like pavetta. So here at the bottom you see we have provided the keys: red for brachiata and blue for the pavetta. Here we give the what are the features for the buds, how the bud, what are the minor differences in the buds, what are the minor differences on the leaf base, what is the minor differences on the apex, and what is the difference in the fruits, and what is the difference in the distribution. So, and that when we put some observation on that page, we also check the related species. We also check for these keys, so that we don't place a wrong observation. If it is not properly identified, we don't put a Ixora brachiata observation on Ixora pavetta. So this we make sure, this we have provided where there are critical differences, where are very closely related species. We have put on both the pages these things, so that when we put any observation, we make sure that we verify the keys, we verify the images also. So this enhances the data quality to a great extent. We put any observation, so whatever differences, closely related species are there, we make sure that we re-verify that, and only then we put up our observations on the site. Photographic keys are provided, as I've already told you. And review of pages and posts from time to time जो हमारे pages हैं और post हैं, we keep on reviewing them. If any critical differences between species are there, we highlight them on the species page, and we highlight on the genus page also at the top, at the very top. And all our observations are validated by experts, and we make sure even we re-verify them. Even we have question number of wherever we have doubts, we have put our points before the experts for revalidation of those things. And sometimes we have found that they have changed their opinion also. So this is a constant process. All the posts are validated before validation in the site. We verify that our observations, our images are matching with other posts which are on the same page. We also check them with the other genus page. Other species are there. We also check with them that we are not confusing with some other species. And with other sites also we verify. Whenever inadequate data is there on our site, we go to other sites also, and we try to verify those observations with other sites also. Sometimes new information, new facts have come up when we discuss a particular species, and we find that possibly some of our earlier observations are not correct. So we check each and every observation and review them, and then update on every discussion thread, so that even if some of come across with a group discussion thread, because it is a public, it comes in the search also. If somebody comes up with that discussion, so we update that discussion also with the correct information. So at the minimum lowest level, the information is corrected, not only at the site level also, but at the lowest level where the discussion level also, which is which is in the public domain, there also we correct the identification. We provide the list of species on the genus page from diverse species, so that we are aware that what are the species which are found in India. I will give you a sample example in the next screenshot. And since GBIF came, before that it was really difficult for us to find herbarium specimens. But since GBIF made a lot of differences, we go for herbarium images as well as the herbarium specimens, and search in the GBIF and find out the herbarium specimens, and we verify with them. So that is a slightly advanced feature which we do wherever we have a doubt or wherever there are difficult species, rare species. So we always try to verify with the GBIF, and then only after that we put those observations in our site. It is what we have is the best of both. We have a Google group discussions, which is very good for discussions, and we have a site where we put everything, and both are complementing each other in working each other's complement. Moderators group is there, experts are there. Wherever the difficult identifications are there and we fail to move anywhere, then we tap our moderators group. We tap experts from all over the world to make sure that we are able to identify those difficult identifications. And I think there are hundred of observations where we have posted a lot of species, and later on by our own members or by other experts, those has been published as new species, and hundreds of records, new records. State-wise, if we see, there are hundreds of records, and we are always thrilled when anybody is able to publish a new species, and we find that we have a lot of observations of that, and we are really thrilled that somebody from our members have come up, have seen that species posted on that, either properly identified or wrongly identified or not lying in the unidentified. We put all of our observations for the future generation. Whether it is identified, if we are not able to identify, still we put that observation on our side. So that maybe futures member, anybody sees it and he is able to come up with the correct identification. Maybe he goes into details, collect herbarium specimens, and then he says, oh, wow, this is a new species. Do the research and then publish it. So that is, I think that is also a unique thing. Most of the people, groups, they only publish the identified data, and they don't publish the unidentified data. Sometimes unidentified data carries more, sometimes more meanings and more, sometimes are more useful. Maybe a rare species, maybe a new species. Enhancing data quality, I tell you, on a genus page, like you see from different sources, we give the keys also from eFlora of China. They have 3 species which are found in India. Maybe there are more, but we have given the link to only 3 species which are found in India. Anybody can go find out the keys, and anybody can see the details on the details descriptions also. Then similarly from other sites, we give what are the species which are being found, and overall we can find out which are the species generally are there for a genus. So this is sometimes this is for a single species. So this is also very good. Outstanding contributor. Here I also show one more synergy between amateurs and experts. People join as amateurs initially. Sometimes they join as experts also. But most of them, majority of the members, they join as amateurs, and some of the members join as experts also. So here you see the outstanding contributors, those who have posted, I think, more than 7,000 messages so far. So they are the members who are the most contributors. There are a lot of experts also, and here are a lot of laymen also. There you can see different expertise in different area. Like I manage everything, and then Saroj is there. He's Ajay of Flora documentation on Nepal. Very good at Nepal flora. Then we have Gurcharan Singh, who is Pitame of eFlora of India, who started this giving more depth to our group and site. Started with keys and more awareness he created. Then we have Jewel of eFlora of India, Pankaj Kumar, one of the best experts on the orchids of India. We have Dinesh Walke, who is documenting names in Indian languages along with the photography and other things. We have Manoj Chandran, who is grassman of eFlora of India. We send any observation, he will identify it with complete expertise. And though there are so many other, we have Chris Jenkins. We send any information, any images on phones, he identified with authority. So similar way, we have so many things. So every here, what I mean to say, amateurs, we move up the order as their contributions increase. We make them valuable members, then we make them moderators. We add them to major contributors. We add them to subject area experts. Maybe they are expert in the subject. Maybe they are expert in the area. We make them pillars, on which our eFlora is standing, or their outstanding contributions after a certain criteria. So everybody gets motivation, everybody is given due credit, and nobody feels that somebody is taking undue credit. So even people don't know that I'm the owner of eFlora of India, except the members who know about me. A lot of people on the side, you will never find that I'm the owner of the, because I'm the basically the servant of eFlora of India, and everybody is contributing equally, maybe a small, depending on their capabilities. And so this is how this energy between experts, very cordial. We make sure that way is a very cordial atmosphere. Everybody talks with each other with respect, with sir or G. And even with the new members, they find it maybe some odd also. Somebody telling them, treating them Ajay Ji or something like that. But it shows that everybody wants to talk to them, even maybe a 20-year-old member with respect and G, and he feels that yes, lot of respect is there, and mistakes are not. We always everybody supports. Amateurs here learn from the mistakes. On the group, when the discussions are, they learn, yeah, there's a mistake. They see, then they go to the genius page, they find out, yeah, there's a mistake. Should have identified this. It is this, like it. It is very easy sometimes. If you go on the genius page, you find out it is the very easy identification. This is what the photographic keys is, which nowhere else I have found anywhere, except on the very, very few sites in the US. So this is our USP. This is our uniqueness. They are promoted from time to time, as I have told you. Different amateurs, they mature, they start giving better identification, and over a period of time, depending on their contribution, they become the experts. Critical differences we highlight on the species page, and as well as photographic keys, so that when there are two closely related species, we give the critical difference so that one does not get confused. Family atmosphere is provided on the group. In fact, during my office working as a leader in this field, what I've learned in the Flora of India is beyond. I have no words. That is what I am now. People everywhere in my office, they say, we have not seen such a boss. Maybe possibly I have learned this from eFlora of India, because we have to carry everybody together. Without many, we are not providing them anything except them respect, except incentive, except to say you have done good work, except to pat wherever they have done good work. So that's how our atmosphere is provided. Initially, we have challenges. We after 3-4 years of working, we have banned some members also, but later on we realized it is our mistake. I have taken their pardon also, even at this later stage. We should not have done what we have done. And for so many years, I have not seen any quarrel between any members. So that is what sort of family atmosphere we provide to the member, and everybody is free. They have seen how willing everybody is there to help them, and how cordial atmosphere they find, and that makes them to get involved more and more, and to contribute to the group and to the site. Thank you. That is all my presentation. I hope I have not taken much time. I have kept that much only which I can tell. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garg, for this nice overview of the eFlora of the India. So I have some couple of questions from the audience and from others also. Let me. Mr. Garg, Mr. Garg, Mr. Gaurav appreciated and this effort, and the picture really helped to plant identifications and avoid misidentifications. And he said, like him, the always try to cross verify any doubtful eye naturalist observations using the eFlora of India. His question is there a glossary of terms on the site, as many of us struggle understanding the botanical terms while comparing the plants like sessile versus or spiky or something like that. It is possible any kind of the glossary kind of the terms over there.
No, we don't have. Actually, I have come faced this similar situation while the member is trying, while the speaker is, while the जो question पूछ रहे हैं वो बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, but it is very easy to find out that on the Google. Search on the Google sessile and you will find the images and you find the meaning also, everything you find it. So we are not keeping those information on the. We are not trying to avoid such information which can be easily found on the Google. We may be giving link of the references. We give the links, lot of links for description and other thing, but we don't try to keep that on the site.
So the another questions from Geeta Ramaswamy from the Season Watch, which are one of the OC member. Thank you so much for this wonderful initiative. Hope to see it grow. I'm not sure if I missed this. Is there a moderator on the site who keeps track of changing the nomenclature and constantly updating it? Any kind of
yeah, we are changing it, but yeah, we are doing it time to time. But I tell you, regarding the nomenclature, it's keep on changing. It is changing really, really fast.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to rely and which site to rely basically. And there are conflicting information on different sites, like catalog of life, and then the plant and then we find different plant. Now we have POVO plants on the word online. Then there are local BSI and other things. There are different nomenclatures, but does not make any difference as such. If you have the name and then you have the synonyms, and it is very easy to find out that. And we are trying to do it whenever there are changes, but sometimes we find that the publication, the names have been published in 2023, 2024, and somebody is accepting it, somebody is not accepting it. So there are always a texting, and then we, after 2 years again, we find that the same site is changing the names again. So it is not possible for anybody to keep changing everything on every 1 year or 2 years. So we are changing it wherever we find that the changes are sort of a permanent nature, and not when we find that everybody is trying to follow the similar nomenclature, we try to change that. But not every time anybody changes and we change it. No, we don't.
So apart from that, the Gita's specific question is also like if any some of your team member, core team member is moderating, or if you look at it randomly as its nomenclature.
No, we are moderating. We are moderating. It comes up in our discussions regular basis. It comes on our discussions on regular basis, and we see whether we want to take, if we want to change or we don't want to change. We take a reasoned decision, and after that we take the action. Sometimes we find that all the species have been changed, and we find it reasonable, and then we change all the species.
The another questions and then compliment from the Thomas, the great initiative. Could you please provide some insight into the participation strands over the years, and share your thoughts on where you see these efforts handling in the future?
Initially we started. It was started in 2007. There were very few, and now over a year, every year it has been increasing, constantly increasing trend. But now currently I think we have more than 3,200 members, and it is growing. And at any point of time, I have not found it increasing. And but what is more important is the active members, which is more important actually. And now initially we were more of a layman. Now we are finding that more and more research scholars, more persons who are in the field of botany or taxonomy, they are joining, and laymen are also joining. But initially there were more of laymen and less of taxonomists. Now there are more of taxonomists and less of laymen members. So that way our strength, the basically identification
I think we lost his connections. We will not able to. There is some the connections problem. Can you repeat your?
Yeah, I want to say that earlier we started with a very few number in members in 2007, and slowly we have increased. This is continuously increasing, and now I think we have 3,200 members. A lot of them must be left, and a lot of them must new members may have come. But the currently it is always on the increasing trend, and currently we have around 3,500 members.
Yeah, thank you. The another questions from the Prabhakar is vernacular names of a plants is a great initiatives. Can you explain how this is done? Is this name crowdsourced, and do people participate on this? And if there are conflicts in names, how this resolved?
There is a lot of conflicts. Basically, it is sourced from different databases, different dictionaries, different sources. And one of our great members, Dinesh Walke, is working on that. And everybody is trying to help on that. He identifies from different sources, and then he tries to send to different members and on the group. And everybody tries to put up his, particularly if it is Tamil word, then more Tamilian members who are well versed with the Tamilian name, they try to help. And it is validated, and he says this whether this will do, then the members say no, this is not correct, this has to be like this, it has to be written like that. And those discussions are there, and those discussions then it is put, and every time it is an ongoing exercise. Whatever is put may not be final word with our site, and it is the thing. Nothing is the final word. Things keep on changing, and as we get more inputs, somebody points out some mistake, and it is edited, it is changed. That is the beauty of the thing. Basically, it is never permanent, it is always. And a lot of discussions are held, not only here. He sends his queries on the Facebook also, he sends his queries other elsewhere also. Wherever he can get the information, including eFlora of India, he's trying to get that information and compiles everything, and then ask for the feedback again. And if somebody has to give some feedback, then they give feedback, and finally, after final discussion, it is put on the site. But it is of editable nature, and it is changed in the future also whenever the reason arise, and any other information is available.
Yeah. So Prabhakar is saying like so this is a vernacular name, one person's efforts or one person's anchoring this means Mr. Walke is as an
Yeah.
anchor. Yeah.
He is doing all the research, and everybody else is providing feedback on that. That is just like in the group working. Somebody, some orchid expert is there. He will do. Everybody will. He will give the inputs, and everybody will try to get it validated. Everybody will also try on their own, and they will get it revalidated. So these plants, there is everything. The area of expertise is there, and that is good, I think. Because if there are many people doing the same work, then there are a lot of conflicts.
Yeah. The another questions coming up, Mr. from the Paul Pop. He is appreciating your efforts and he is using this platform since his wildlife days, initial days. So he asking the question. It is great to know that has evolved so much, has been dedicated website. Are the photographic key having identifications key written on the images or separately? I had started creating photographic key with the text with the images for easy identification and was wondering if photographic plant ID key could be made from the informations available in eFlora and then uploaded in the ID keys to the wildlife in India as a images links to your website. It's hosted in the neutral website of the iNaturalist. So he's asking something about these photographical key kind of the things. Is any plan on that, or you are
The
going on that?
photographic views, when we say photographic views, we mean the comparative images,
Yeah.
and maybe some critical differences, some very too closely related spices, and we make out the textual keys also. Just one of the screenshots I have shown, give the textual keys also, so that these are complemented and they go to the text also. Photographic keys, I mean the comparative images, which I think I have not seen, hardly seen anywhere any of the sites being followed. That is what we call is the photographic keys. So anybody can go and check the comparative images, and that those are the photographic keys. At a glance, you can see the color. At a glance, you can see the spoor, and you can find out the.
Some of my questions, anyone of you are aware about the anyone who worked because nowadays a lot of people working on the research on the different platforms also. So anyone of are you aware any botanist or a plant interest work on the journey of the eFlora, how it connected the people, or you uh, come across this kind of the research on this your platform?
No, no, some of the people have contacted me in the past, but I have not seen the output actually.
Okay. Uh,
But in our site also we document our journey. As you can, you will see there are a lot
yeah.
of things. We document our journey. After 15 years of completion of 15 years, we have generated a very long page and how we have gone through different phases and how we have come up now. So that documentation itself we are doing from time to time and publishing on our site. Ki how we have documented our journey. Every year you will find how we were like after 1 year, maybe 2 years, 3 years, and what changes has gone up. Everything that we do, and
the
we
next
publish on
question,
our site itself.
yeah, the next questions from the Prabhakar again. What license are these images that are contributed? Are they all open access, or you have some kind of the copyright on that
No, no, we
licensing
have
of this
mentioned,
photograph?
we have given at the homepage itself, you find the copyright and citation, how this can be done basically. So most of the textual information is not copyrighted, can be used by anybody. That is our original things. It can be used by anybody except for the photograph, because photograph, the photographer's permission is required. That we ensure that, and I tell you, we give most of the members. I request personally also most of the members give whenever anyone wants to use those images. We always provide free of cost, but their information should be there that these images are being used and their permission is required to be taken. And we always, whenever anybody approaches us, we always tell them that how can you approach individual members. Sometimes we ourselves approach, and I myself personally have observed, request members that please send this person want these images for this purpose, please help them. And I have seen most of the time those permissions are given for use.
Uh, like some of my personal questions, I'm a seed ecologist. Sometimes it is very difficult for me to identify the fruit and then the seed, because I need to work on a whenever the seed find, and like a seed herbaria is a very uncommon in India.
Yeah.
So I hardly find the seed or a fruit images because majority of time the identifications happen up to the flowering stage. Is it any plan to upload also the flower and fruit and seed stages like a dry seed, so we can have a much more informations about the plants, all the phenophages?
Then we try to appreciate those members who provide the fruit images, who provide the seed images. But that depends on the members basically. And there are members, sometimes they are coming up with the fruit images. Fruit images generally you find, but the seed images, they are really difficult. And because we see the fruit, but we don't see the fruit on the seed inside. But a lot of spaces, the seeds are also there. So we are basically dependent on our observations. Whosoever gives the observations, we preserve it, whether it is identified, it is not identified. So if more members come up, maybe some members come up who are interested in sending seed images, and we will put on the site, and we always showcase those images at the forefront so that these can be identified. But as such, when our journey started, we don't have any plans. Now also we still don't have.
Yeah.
So as the journey goes, we enjoy the journey, and we don't know where the destination will be. If more people wants to add something, they want to use our group for that purpose, they are most welcome, and we will always document whatever is coming from them. We will put on the site. So it is like that, because we are all most of us are volunteers. So depending on, maybe I get retired after 3 months, I will be able to put more and more time and add more and more things. So it is like that. It's a eFlora group members' efforts, and kudos to all of them that we have come to.
There is you have a number of native versus invasive kind of the informations also in the eFlora?
Yeah, that we provide. On the every page you will find if there is something introduced is there, then we at the heading we write introduced in the bracket, and if it is planted we write planted, and if it is from outside India and not found in India, then also we write USA or UK. So one does not get, he is very clear from search itself that this is not found in India and it is an introduced piece. This is in the heading itself. It is given in the heading itself.
Okay. The one more questions from I'm curious how this the Pitamaha, Sarthi, and maybe these the nickname of your core group member came from the Mahabharata kind of thing.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
its
and then,
ideas came?
yeah. This is like to basically when we thought of Guru Charan Singh did a lot of work, really wonderful work in initial phases. Maybe when we were 2-3 years old, he came up and he changed everything for 4, 5, 6 years. He was intensively on the group and he changed the whole complexion of discussion with giving keys and telling the differences and going deep inside and organizing family weeks and all. And we saw he was doing wonderful work and he was a very good taxonomist. He has written many books and he took us in a different direction altogether. And then we thought of him among ourselves that he should be honored and we said we brainstormed among ourselves and then she said nothing better than the Pratame because he is the person who has who is just like a father to all of us basically in literal sense on the floor of India. And we said Pitame of India and certain similar way when somebody contributed extensively and when thought that we should honor him his contribution, we should make him honor in such a way that he is remembered for throughout his life or maybe after that. So we gave brainstorm among moderators and we try to give a suitable thing.
I think that also can be motivate the young generations of the researchers to spend more time on this, and it will be really going to fight the plant blindness because India is recently the designated as a dark spot of the plant research, and then a lot of plant identifications need to be happen as per the recent report, World Plant Report, that say it is unfortunate we are one of the dark spot of the plant science research, especially in identifications and ecological part of that. Now, how I want to look because we have still a little bit time and the question will be come up a few more questions. How you see the common citizens who are much more running behind the app-based, platform like iNaturalist is a very popular among the citizen science. eBird is a very popular among the bird people. Are you looking some future potential to make the eFlora of India also kind of the app, so more people can get on this platform and it become a more the dynamic platform? Is any plan on that?
No, not right now. Like we keep on enjoying our journey. I told you, we started. We did not thought that we will be making eFlora of India, but that idea came up initially, and then said, when nobody is doing anything, let us do something, and it has flourished like that. So it's a journey. Basically, we enjoy. We don't worry about the destination. And if something new comes up, we keep on improving that. Maybe some good people come join us and they take us in another dimension. We are willing to welcome them and enrich our site. So that is all. We are dependent on the members because we have reached to this level because there are so many people, hundreds of the people who have contributed immensely. For me, if I do myself do alone, I think I can't do anything. Hardly anybody will recognize. So it is the contribution of thousands of members, hundreds of people who have intensively worked on this over the years. That is why we are here and we continue to do that and you enjoy the journey and not worry about the fruits and not worry about the what the others think or what the others don't think. If we feel happy, we feel we are doing something for the society and for the because lakhs of the people see Flora of India every month, and that is a proud moment for us.
Uh, how you see the BSI, if you have any, you are like a synergy between the, the professional, the expert botanist and like people like you and then amateur citizen scientists, there's a good synergy seems to be. How you see the synergy between eFlora and then the BSI's digital flora?
BSI Disclosure, unfortunately, they are working on that, and I find for some time it is there and then it is gone basically. It was really helpful to us, a lot of people actually, because they have the basic data with them, and whatever data was there, it was very useful, particularly in India where we lack data on net actually. So it was very useful, but it comes for a few months and it goes away. We don't know what the reasons are, and still it is not available on the site. On the net, it is not available. So, but I can say that a lot of people from the eFlora of India, from BSI, who have contributed immensely, like Tapas Chatterjee is there, and Balakrishnan were there on Uparbesi. So they have contributed immensely. So we see anybody coming anywhere from anywhere and contributing and making eFlora of India, they are always welcome. We honor them and we respect them, and we always acknowledge their contributions. We give due credit to them. So it's not basically limited to anybody. Anybody from any organization can come, join, help everybody, and help us.
So you have a lot of collaborations with the people, individual people inside the BSI, but not as organizations, as a kind of things.
Yeah. Not with the organization, but individual members who are willing to come and they are helping us. They know we are doing a good job for the people also, and they are helpful, and we always thank them.
Yeah, the another message, more a complimentary message from the Mittal. Thank you for a wonderful talk, Mr. Garg. I still remember my first post on eFlora probably back in 2013 when I shared a photo of an Acana species flower. I was guided on what species it could be, and that's when I also learned it's commonly called a Mickey Mouse tree. So people are appreciating even after the 10 year of your efforts. So I think there no more question is coming, and I also have no, because I'm also user of the this platform. If okay, then if you want to share something more about, feel free. We have still 6-7 minutes.
Yeah. I will go to the root of this site actually. My
Yeah.
daughter gave me a book called A Monk Who Sold His Ferrari,
Mm.
and I hardly read any book, so I read one book and I got very motivated. The message behind was that everything will be left except what you do for the others, and that was the message in the book basically. Only if you become a monk and give your services to others, then only life is there. Everything is gone. So that motivated it, and I found a vacuum in eFlora of India in the plant identification, and I started this group. I requested members, please join. A lot of people. I have done before that. I have done budding and butterflying and all those things, and a lot of people were known to me. I requested, and they joined. So the base of our group basically is to help others. That is how we have started. Now a lot of people say, why don't we monetize this site? No. We are not into making money basically. We are there to offer our services to the people. So that is what our idea is. And even now till date, we have not taken single paisa from anybody. Whosoever can spend his money from his pocket, okay, welcome. I also spend a lot of money from my pocket. No regrets. If whatever I am earning, if I am able to give some portion of that for the society, it is good for me. And a lot of people have done that. They have lakhs of heavy equipments, and they go and photograph. They travel miles and miles on foot, and then they find out the species. So hats off to them. If you value, sometimes we have discussions on the valuation of eFlora of India, and I can tell you, if we value this site, the value of this site as on this day, it is, I think, going to be more than 1,000 crores of rupees. I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely.
So
The scientific
that is the
contribution.
value. That is for the value for the money.
Yeah,
So that is, matlab, the experts, they are giving their time. They are giving their time. You calculate the cost of their time. Actually. It is immense.
yeah,
It is immense, and when it is coming as a passion, it is immense. So if you put together everybody's time and energy, and if you put price on that, and you see, find it is more than 1,000 crores. So
yeah.
that is
It
the
is.
value.
Yeah, it is already like a few years back, a paper published in the Conservation Biology. They said like citizen science data maybe contributed billions, the of dollars, putting the time and efforts to providing this information, scientific informations.
Yeah.
I think we have. So with this, I am thank you very much for your this nice talk and a lot of questions asked by our the participants, and I'm very grateful to you and for making this journey successful. And I hope after your retirement, you will be more active on this side and you will be helping more of us, the citizen scientists, and as well as the professional scientists to get our right identifications. And without any bureaucracy, because when we go to identification, then we have to face some kind of the bureaucratic hurdles to get a permissions and other things. But your platform is giving us this kind of the quick, easy online service, which is a great for the Indian science, especially for the plant science. And your journey is definitely helping us to fight against the plant blindness, especially in Indian subcontinent. And I wish you happy post-retirement life and more active on a Flora. And kudos to your all team. Thank you all, Mr. Garg, for your time
Thank,
and efforts. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Uh, and there's a couple of announcement for the
Should
today's
I leave? No?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sure, sir. Yeah, feel
Thank you.
free to leave. So we are ending our first day CitSci India 2024 conference, and then we will meet tomorrow morning at sharp 10 o'clock, where we have uh, a workshop or toolkit about the citizen science, and the link for the Zoom link will be shared with you on the Discord channel, and you can all participate over there. Thereafter, we have a second day poster sessions. Then we have another keynote talk from Mr. Pierre from Bonperi from France. He will talking more about the uh, PlantNet and then his experience about the citizen science in European continent and around the globe. So with this, I thank you all our participants and citizen science enthusiasts. So hope you see you tomorrow morning at the same time and the same platform. Thank you very much.